I have played copious amounts of Kacky, the hardest competition in the game, 75 maps to beat, and at the time of making this video, I have 44 out of 75 maps beat. But I decided to grind an entire week off stream, needed a break from being on the camera, and just tried to focus on the maps. And right now, I'm going to show you everything that happened in that week. This map, you clip the wheels into different grass layers. You clip the front wheels into this grass layer, fall all the way down, hook the wheels, and then get a flip, hook the wheels again, and get a spin. And then you have a jump, clipping the wheels into one more grass layer. This is the final part. And here I miss. And that's something that can happen. On this map, you have to be perfect on all three of these. You have to get a really good flip, line up the right wheels so that they perfectly clip into this and get you the spin you need, and the same for the last one. I only had one end fail on this map before I got this run. Only one. Front wheel clip, falling straight down, maybe a left tap, can't remember. Yeah, one left tap, line it up, looks good, spin, and then semifying here with some godlike coaching, right tap into left, gives the nose down. You just have to feel it out, get the left wheels clipped, and the finish is at the end of this block. And this was my first finish after like 3 hours of grinding. I played a lot. Next up though, I had a map I suffered tremendously on. Oh lord, okay. So this map, you've probably seen a lot of people play. It's a map where you have to hook the wheels into these different tubes, pipes, rails, whatever block that is. The hitbox is only on the inside of it, not on the outside. So the wheel can clip in, but it won't pop out. And you have that mixed with boosters. Now this jump is very rare to make. If you make it here, you should just press forward. And it works. I'm only pressing forward. I get all the way here. And then I get a slowdown on the last jump. My wheel crashes into the top of this pipe at the very end, and I don't make the jump. I hope you can see that. Every finish clip I watched only pressed forward. Every single one. Sometimes in Kacky, you're just unlucky. You could just be unfortunate, right? It's variance. How could you have the exact same car position every time? There's going to be some minutia difference that you can't really tell apart, so you just try the same thing. I finally get another jump. This is a fast one. And somehow, this one fails in a different way. On this clip here, my car goes straight through the reactor booster without getting it. So I just fall down the hill with engine off. New end attempt. This time we do get the reactor. Press forward only. Press forward only. Look at the inputs. I'm not touching anything. Just press forward. And I bug through the pipes. And so at this point, you're kind of frustrated because you'll spend 12 minutes trying to get this jump across here in the middle. And when you get it, you're just thinking, finally, I'm done. Finally, here, you're already celebrating, right? If you persevere in Kacky, if you don't give up, and you just keep trying, guys, you will eventually succeed. The map just cannot fail you in that you're running out of ways to fail. And so here, at long last, with 230 speed, I have enough for the reactor. I just pressed forward, same as the other ones. And we didn't bug through anything. We just finished the map. Finish number 2 of my off-stream sessions, and finish number 46 in general. This map is the Bobsleigh one. At first, in Discovery, I thought this would be one of the hardest. You're jumping into this Bobsleigh wall, and you need the car to land at the very start of it, so you get this rotation thing going on, to land in the next one. Very precise stuff. You don't get a lot of attempts past that part per session, so when you do, you gotta lock in. This one is gonna work. I land, I have speed, I jump up, car stabilized again, and now I have to jump into another Bobsleigh wall to the left. Try to straighten out the car so that it hits here, touches the magnet, and yeets into the finish over here. Now, here we just got unlucky. The yeet didn't pull me into the finish. But again, if you're an experienced Kacky player, you would know not to despair. It can happen. The question is, how many times can it happen? And I'm not gonna belabor the point too much on this map, but I had, I think, 7 end fails. Not 6, but 47. And this is the worst one. This one had me laughing. Sometimes you get sad in Kacky, but bro, this would have even been Ruddock at the time. Some of them are sad, but we can laugh. We can laugh through the pain. We can smile through it all. What do you mean, though? Looking back at this, it's crazy. I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Here is my finish on 430. Same thing. Important to land early on the wall. You see my back wheels are early there. That gives the nosedive, which gives the rotation, which makes you land properly in the bobsleigh block. Just survive through here, and then landing early again gives you a flat car, which makes these rotations work. And I finish with a lot slower of a record, but I finished nonetheless, 47. Next is one I, again, wasn't really going for. Samifying had just finished this map at the time, and I had a stream up on the side, and he was theory crafting. Samifying loves to study maps, so if you're trying to learn Kacky maps, Sammy's a great source to learn from. He found out that 530 speedish was like really good on this map. 530 speed. If you have 530 speed on the end, it should work. Because what you're doing over here is that you are turning the car sideways, you're clipping into one plastic block and bouncing from the next. And 530 just so happens to clip into the first one at a good spot and bump out at the time you need the car to bump out. So I'm playing this map. You don't get a lot of starts here. When you do, you gotta lock in. Start is to hook the wheel, get a bug slide, get the spin, and this is way too slow. This is way too slow. I'm just continuing for the fun of it. I have 491. And somehow with like 40 less speed, I bumped to the top finish, guys. This is just luck. And then someone will see this in pure disgust, because this is probably the worst looking attempt at this ending they've ever seen, right? Like, how? This makes no sense. If you look at the other finishes of this track, and you ask other finishers, this is absurdly lucky. Feeling optimistic. These were all on the same day, by the way. So, kind of streaking here. Kind of getting a lot of maps in a row. For 25, a map where you have to hook the wheels of the car. This block here is upside down, and the part that connects to the roof of it is really badly built. I don't know how Nadeo did this, but they made a block where you can clip the wheel in all kinds of ways. So the mappers here figured that out and built a Kacky map around it. Takes a couple of attempts to get a start, but you have to hook the wheel, pulls you forward so that you land in that quarter pipe. Here, you have to get pulled into the reset block, else you have no steer, land clean, keep 258 speed or more, hook your wheel onto this and get pulled into the finish. You might have seen it there. If you're here, you're already kind of celebrating, but you never know, man. You never know. It's Kacky. You've seen so many scams on this end, Buckley Sass. Let me show you a couple more. Oh, how I love this map. This one was a blast. Every time you queued up and you could kind of just close your eyes at the end, to be honest. Sammy got 2 scams. Let me see how many I had. We're going through the clips one by one here. Got the hook, but it didn't pull me the right way. That happens. And for each one of these guys, you know, there's at least like 50 to 100 resets before. Like if you just miss this reset by a bit, if you miss this counters here by a bit, you won't make it. You're finally at the end, you finally have the speed, you line up the aim, and nothing. Oh man, oh man. My finish of map 425 is right here. Clip the wheel, air brake timing is important so that you land clean, have the speed. You do a small release here, doesn't really matter where you land, just that the car is pointed straight. Counter steer, keep 258 to have 263, very diagonal, hook the wheel, and get pulled all the way to the finish. Map 49. But another one to the list, happy with that one. This is map 395. I practiced this one a lot in the map editor, and I actually didn't have a lot of end fails here. This is a map that is really sick, and I'm really happy to not have to suffer too much on. The map is based on plastic, like a double plastic crash. You crash the wall, And then you get 2 plastic hits in quick succession. You do a ice spin, land on the booster, get the entire booster, and then another double plastic hit here. Into a backwards landing, needs to be perfectly backwards to not slide out. And if you have 273 speed, you can jump all the way up to the finish. This one still took me a while, but just every attempt would kind of die here if you don't have the exact spin angle. Like if you slow this down, front wheel hits, then back wheel hits, then back of the car hits, and then you need to counter steer now so that the car stops perpendicular to its movement backward, doesn't slide. So you typically want sliding in backwards, but because you're forward skier, you can't slide backwards or it slows you down. So that is a detail. Took a while to master, but very satisfying when you have like a straightaway like that and you know it's going to be the finish. And then this one, this map is so satisfying, but it was a complete mystery to me. I think for a lot of people as well, this map is a mystery. It's so sick, but it is pure despair when it doesn't work. Like you will get attempts here very consistently. Let me show you from here. This is a fail attempt. You bug slide into this wall, stop the bug slide here, and then bug slide again, land backwards, spin the car, and bug slide into the wall with the goal of bumping up again. Very, very hard to do. Very hard to do. For the first one, the bounce is more consistent. For the second one, well, you kind of just have to pray, to be honest. If you make it, you can drive backwards and beat the map. That is 401. But so difficult, so difficult. What helped a lot for me here, guys, is to realize at this point, in the first bug slide, don't counter steer. At least not a lot, because you want the car to rotate into the bug slide. You don't want to steer into the bug slide, you want to rotate into bug slide angle. Keeps way more speed. And then for the end, you have to time a very important right steer in the air here that rotates the car faster. And then bug slide left and just hope to get just enough airtime to get up on the wood. Really, like a high intensity map. Like some maps are just luck simulators. This one is like, can you do and think about 10 things at once? Angle, speed, rotation, and timing, you know? It's like so many things going on all at once, plus inverse inputs and all that, but 401 is done. 401 is done. And guys, oh my lord, this map, if you'll remember, Sano got an extremely lucky finish here. Like a crazy bounce that no one else has gotten. I did not get that. I had to tediously grind for a perfect rail balance. But I only saved one attempt here and it was a successful one. Here you go with my 393 finish. You have to perfectly land on the first rail, bug slide off of it to land down here with enough speed, line up the car so that with a left steer and an air brake, you perfectly turn around the car on the rail, then drive backwards, land on the rail, and have the rail turn you into another bug slide angle to fly into the finish. Such an annoying end, to be honest. This last jump is so annoying because backward steering is very sensitive, but yeah, very hard to do this part already. Didn't have a lot of attempts here. And this jump is so hard. It looks very pressed forward, like, oh, just line up middle. But the timing and the sensitivity of this steering is really hard to do. When you're here, you've won if you just drift them. So it's really the jump up on the rail that claims all the attempts here. But very happy that this one barely got to the finish, and that's another map. I've kind of lost count, but I think Buckley is keeping up. Now I'm going to show you a map that you've hardly even seen me play on stream. We have a desert car Kacky map, bro. I have been waiting to play this one. I've played a lot of other maps, and this, at the time, was one of my easiest ones left. But I specifically waited to play it just because it's desert car. Guys, you know this about me. I don't like the alt cars that much, and if I don't have to play a desert car map or a snow car map, I will postpone it. I will only eat my vegetables after I'm out of ice cream type beat, you know? So here you have the map, you can see some attempts at it. And finally I get this run. You have to hook the wheels here with 216 speed, steer right, right, left, and land into this middle part And now you have to get the wheel, the back wheel, up on the reactor block. And my car has such a big back end. But the wheel! Where is my wheel? The wheel does not touch, and therefore I don't get the reactor. That is one of the many downsides of the desert car. Too big of a trunk situation going on here. Kacky gave one piece of advice here, which I studied and it seemed to work better. And what it is, guys, is that when, for whatever reason, on the last booster, you want to steer left-right if you're going on the left side, or right-left if you're going on the right side. Instead of just steering to the right, which most people typically do at the end. So right-left, get the spin. That timing is more precise than it looks, but alright. We are across, and then here, left-right. Okay, my finish just did right, actually. I thought I used the Kacky advice. I don't know why I didn't. Did I not steer left? One left half there? Nah, we can't. I had a left angle and I just did backwards right and it worked. Yeah, I don't know. Booster drift timing? Yeah, probably. My wheels got pulled just high enough though. So 421 finish, 408 finish as well. Happy about that. That is the second last alt car map. I finished one more alt car map, guys, and I have only stadium car left in Kacky. This map is, in my opinion, not a Kacky map. No offense to the mapper, it's just an annoying map. You have no steering ice. You have a plastic wall hug, and on no steering ice, you can do brake taps to steer the car. So if you brake tap, the car turns a bit if it's already turning. So we use brake tap here to try to steer the car into a plastic hit, then have the car spin around and get to a reset block. A lot of people will share my sentiment on this map. It's just kind of annoying to play. So brake here, and now I can accelerate to try to turn the car. It's a struggle bus to try to line up the car here. Oh, car is almost falling off. I fight for it. I try to get it up. Yes. And now brake, accelerate, try to turn the car. Still no steering. It's just, well, ice physics. I see that I can barely straighten out here and then drive up here and then brake and try to... Do you see what I mean by annoying? Like, if you fail any of this, so much effort down the drain. We make it through the passage. And here, this is only part one, guys. Here, you have to take advantage of acceleration penalty. So once you're in the tunnel, you have to have the back wheel crash against the pillar for long enough that the game thinks your car is stuck and boosts you backwards. But if you don't get that register in the game when you go down this hill, like, that's the pull. If you don't get that at the right time, you will not reach the reset block to our left. So it's just very tedious. It's just very tedious. You make it up here. You're just trying to time it right about now. I would hold brake. I get up to the reset. Cool, cool. Now you do it again. You hit the pillar with brake held so that you get the zoop back again. And then you aim straight. No steering. Can't change my aim at this point. And you just jump into the... Oh my lord, this map is annoying, bro. I could lose my mind if this took me longer. I would lose my mind. This map, guys, it's just you're sitting there like a surgeon, like micro angles and shit, and then, oh lord. But it didn't take me that long. I got it quite soon after this. So this is my finish of 421. So no steering starts here. You want to have at least 110 speed when you land down here. Cool, cool. One brake tap. Aim the wall, hold only brake, and this is a lot easier than all that maneuvering I just showed you. Set up the car by the pillar, and then just try to time the brake now-ish. Barely hooks me back. I could have almost gone direct here, but I thought, oh yeah, I'm not sure if I want to fail the end again and suffer. One more pillar hit, acceleration boost kicks in, wasn't quite it. We go again, just holding brake, acceleration boost kicks in. Now that looks like dead on. No input required, just press forward. And we land a little better in the downhill. And thus make it to the finish. 421 done. Not the hardest. By far not the hardest. And now, guys, a sick map. A sick map. A map I wanted to beat since the start of the event. Textrobe was the first finisher of this map. 399. and he DM'd me the recipe. And so I tried a bit, and it turned out not to be... I mean, it's still hard, but not as hard as I initially thought. So, let's talk about this map. You have boosters on the wall and wet wheels when you jump. If you jump and turn the car to the right here, that pushes the back wheel up, and then you can steer left to lift the back wheel even higher and jump that way. And you do that here again, but on this one, you're also trying to add another rotation into the mix. Very precise timing to get this rotation. I failed the end here. You steer right until the car touches. As it's going down, you press left and then right again, and it starts this rotation. It's a very precise timing. And with this, you can bug slide. Now this end, I could not figure out for the life of me, but you have to drive backwards facing and keep enough speed to jump up to the finish up there. And my eventual finish, guys, like, if we're talking about Kacky luck, this is just Kacky luck right here. You win some, you lose some. The variance on this end, right, left, right, get the bug slide set up, backwards, look how close it is for the finish. I think that's the amount I crossed the finish line by. If you see like how much of the wheel crosses through the red layer here, like that's it. If I have one less speed at the end here, I'm not making it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need to get another DG in chat because what I'm about to present to you is fantastic news. We have beaten all the alt car maps in Kacky. There will be no more snow car, there will be no more desert, and there will be no more rally on our screens for the rest of the event. This map, bro, tedious city. For the same reason that I thought 421 was bad, this is really bad as well. It's a cool trick. It's a very wild trick, but incredibly tedious map. So you have to place the car upside down on these light beams. And you drive off, which gives the car a certain rotation. Here you hit nose steering. So what we have right now is the car underwater, sinking with nose steering. When the nose of the snow car goes fully down, you can counter steer. And what's happening now, underwater, when you accelerate, the car will always try to flip back on its wheels. But in this angle, upside down with snow car and counter steering, it tries to lift the car, but you're counter steering, so it won't flip. And so you're just accelerating, you're just swimming with the snow car straight up. And it looks very goofy. Up to the roof, where you hit a reset, and then you try to do the same trick again. It's so goofy. Here I just full send and I fail spectacularly. You can play entire 10-minute sessions of this map without getting this float even once. Because what it requires is a very precise left timing. You have to lock the car into a certain angle. And also, another detail is that this rotation in the start has to be at a certain pace. If you rotate too fast or too slow, you cannot lock the car in this angle. So you can either back up or go direct. I back up. You want about 56 speed when you jump. That gives you this rotation. Doesn't really matter, can still happen. And then left. Now, a little bit after the nose starts lifting, and you try to lock it into this rotation. Then backwards. And here, Giuliano advice, which I recommend, action key 2. Action key 2, when you do the right taps, and the left tap. I don't know why. We're floating with snow car upside down. Thank you, Giuliano. Not sure how you found this, but blessed. Very blessed. And then, guys, I have one more finish to show you guys. And you're gonna be happy to see this. The Cactus map. The Cactus map has been giving me so much trouble. But finally, all my effort on this map has paid off. All my effort has paid off. If you don't know this map, it was the first one finished in Kacky. It was finished in just 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of this map being seen. And so people thought it was easy. Oh, you can finish it in 5 minutes. Well, the map is very simple. You drive this road, you jump onto the cactus, and then you hope to bounce to another cactus. And if you do that twice in a row, you win. This is absolute brain rot, but if you do this enough times, you'd hope to get lucky. There are some details that make it better. So here's a very good attempt. Here's another one. Wait. No, not this one. Oh, I think it's this one. Finally, after all my effort, I get the bounce perfectly middle. It wasn't that one. It's hard to... I think it's this one. Yeah, because like I had a weird... Yeah, this one. Onto the cactus on the side. Boo! No, it wasn't that one. It's just aim the cactus, right? Like, that's all you do here. So, if you just do semi-flying setup and aim the cactus there... it's gonna work. I mean, it's gonna work. Just do that enough times. Like I said earlier, Kacky is a competition where if you just try enough times the right strategy, you will win. So don't give up. Just try the right strategy again and again until you win, bro. Until you win. Don't give up. Most gamblers quit just before they win big. You might lose your mind in the process, but don't quit. You are just so close to winning. Keep trying. And you will finally be rewarded with a bounce that doesn't go to the finish. So you keep trying. Here's another one. These are all unique attempts. I'm not showing you the same clips twice. All unique attempts. Doing the pixel perfect first bounce, but not getting the second one. You might think I've shown you a lot. I have only shown you guys about half the fails I have on this map. I've only shown you half. This keeps going. This keeps going. Here's another. Looks good. No, apparently not. So we go again. Same speed, trying to land just at the right spot on the cactus again. Looks very good. Oh, my soul here, bro, my soul. Do you know how, like, after 4 hours of hitting this cactus, now it does look rather cute on the pictures, but don't get fooled. This diabolical creation, where nothing happens the majority of attempts, and you see this. Yes, cars flying, aligning with cactus, very good. It's gonna land, and it's gonna land on the right spot. It's bouncing, and then, bro, it is soul crushing. I'm taking you guys through this process because with each one of these attempts, as they happen, I believe, and I get disappointed every time. To show you a little bit of like the Kacky psychology. This is what we go through, except we're skipping past like 20 fails, if not 50 between each attempt. Oh no. Bro, this one is, oh my god. This one especially, like with any one of these, you can be out of the prison. You can be out of the cactus jail. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong at this point. I really don't. I really don't know if I'm misaiming them. If... Excuse me. Excuse me. What is that? Skip to the finish. We're almost there. We're almost there. We've only shown about 20 failed cactus hits. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Almost there, okay? We're almost there. This is the one. Or so you would think. Guys, I actually haven't finished this map yet. But I do want to tell you guys that I'm working on it. Yeah, if you think this had a happy ending, no. It really doesn't. If you give up. See, if you give up, it won't have a happy ending. But if you keep trying, it will. Anyway, here's another luck map. At 390. This map, guys, you know it. You have to slide across the pipe. To date, this is my best fail on the map, I think. Smart save the map for live. I'm sure we will get it this stream, guys, and everyone will be happy. Bro, why is bro steering? Dude, I think my brain completely short-circuited here. Don't touch the keyboard. Don't touch the keyboard. This is actually, I mean, I just wanted a tiny input because it was falling, and then I got the biggest steering input of all time. This one, 90 speed, so close. Running out of gas. It's ending off. But finally, after all my effort, I was rewarded just once. Just once. My first and only luck map beaten. Landing on the pipe, a lot of speed, pipe dance, just like back in the day when I played RPG maps at Nations Forever. And dipping into the finish with the slowest time again. I don't know what it is with me this Kacky and driving the slowest time, but actually beating this map. This is the last finish I haven't shown you guys. 445. In my opinion, I've criticized the maps now. This map is an absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. In my opinion, one of the best maps. You have a flip into nose bounce into Bobsleigh, into spinning the car into a water bounce so that it straightens out here, and now you speed slide, and then this into front flip, into nose bug, into finish. What's crazy, guys, is that something like this, that looks so visually absurd, is 10 times easier than bouncing on 2 cactuses. I cannot get over that. Like, Trackmania is such a weird game. 2 cactuses and you hard stuck players, like some of the best players. Hafis is stuck on that map, Giuliano's stuck on that map, I'm stuck on that map. We're all hard stuck hitting 1 cactus. But something like this is just incredibly consistent. It's gorgeous, no? It's gorgeous. 2 weeks left of the event. Currently, Sano in the lead with 64, Mikmos with 60. I'm tied for 3rd with 58. Progress has been very slow over the last week. 70 days in, last year, we had several people over 70, and I hit 75 on this day last year, so the maps are significantly harder. But can someone get all 75? My prediction is a soft no. I think the winner will end up somewhere around 72, 73. There are several maps still that are unfinished by anybody. They will be finished, but it's gonna be a struggle. If you give up. See, if you give up, it won't have a happy ending. But if you keep trying, it will. Guys, this sounds so stupid, because the map we're about to play is a luck simulator. But I am gonna full focus. Maximum attention paid to the cactus. And if we all pray, we could hopefully escape cactus jail. I have hit this cactus perfectly with a high bounce at least 30 times. Also hitting the second cactus, but just not bouncing to the finish. I'm hoping we can change that. So we're trying to line up diagonally and hitting an exact polygon. And surely we get it. I'm also trying to drive the same line every time on the start to have the same amount of speed. No way. I'm free! First try! Freedom! I can go home! I'm free from jail! I feel like I'm in the Shawshank Redemption right now. I've never felt so free, bro. Look! This is... I installed this plugin only a few days ago. 5 hours of mindlessly hitting this cactus. 2,000 resets, bro. Okay. Yeah, surely. 59. Guys, type thank you semifying in chat. Type thank you semifying in chat, please. Couldn't have done it without him. He gave that strat of going diagonal